on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot.
Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Bass. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 catches, 76 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference?
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Back to throw here, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. It's Owens. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Off the play fake. Parker. Right side. There's Likely with it. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw is Parker. To throw on 3rd down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
It always sucks for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited. Just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. On the ground, it's Thomas. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 39. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Potts. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Parker. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a 1st down as well.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. From down near his goal line here, Herbert forced out to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff up the middle. Potts. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give right side. Potts. And he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Parker. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Parker. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Parker to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal, a loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Third and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Back to throw. Parker finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert steps away. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Person. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now Thomas. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Throw left side, complete. That's Brown.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
On first down, Potts. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Potts. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Potts. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Looking to throw. Parker. And he rifles it complete. Caught by Landry. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Parker under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. So a big sack for a loss of 4. It brings up 4th and goal.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They run with Thomas. And he's got some space here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Herbert on first down now. That is caught by Fountain. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one goes for 30 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Herbert now. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Bass. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Again, Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that level, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Parker on 3rd down. Buying nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle, complete. That's Owens. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Herbert. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Walton. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And, Charles, if the season ended to dip up to be one of those division leaders,
that guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
And he'll be stopped up at 8 coming up.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now Parker to throw on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Operating from the gun, Parker. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw is Parker. Looking to throw on 2nd down.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They'll look to throw again. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Back to throw again. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Some great games still to come. And I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as they'll do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. And lastly, we'll be tuned in on Sunday night for what should be an entertaining one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On first down, Potts, and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Parker to throw on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a give right side. Potts, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. On second down now, Potts, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Looking to throw. Parker. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Myles Garrett. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Parker. It's complete to Brown, right side. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a first carry for their fullback. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Bass. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Daniil Hunter coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
3rd and long. It's Herbert. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Pitch and catch there, good for 13. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Potts, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
46 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll run on first down. Potts, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Operating from the gun, Parker. This will be caught by Brown.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Parker now, off the play fake. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Now a man open down the middle of the field. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Looking to throw. Herbert, he finds his man, complete. That's Walton. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Back to throw. Herbert throwing the out route and complete. That's Person.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for? It's my turn now to make the big play. And that's exactly what he did.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This is Thomas. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. The Browns on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's got his man. That's Fountain. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. He finds his man complete. That's Bass. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Parker. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Parker. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Potts. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Parker on 3rd down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now the Browns coming out on the field.
Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Airing it deep for Fowler. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Now Parker on 1st and 10. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. Second and 16. Off play action. Parker. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. Back to throw. Parker. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Herbert over the middle. That's caught by Owens. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Herbert. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that third down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air again, Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bass. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. On 2nd down, it's Thomas. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Thomas. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bass. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. Thomas. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Herbert. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. A great effort there.
his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. They'll pass there over the middle to start things out. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. To throw is Parker, looking to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Up the middle they go. Potts, that he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Going with their tight end on 4th. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Thomas, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.